All right, everyone. We are going to take a quick look at Jasmy here. So, a couple of things I want to point out on Jasmy. Just looking at the chart here, looking at the Heikin-Ashi candles to begin with, it looks like we're trying to repeat history here. We've been looking at the lower high scenario here, and we have once again another lower high. And I know we all want Jasmy to go to the moon already, but Jasmy is not bullish yet on the macro scale of things, which we see there. The Heikin-Ashi are printing red, so the trend down is strong at the moment. But overall, looking at Jasmy, this first red line here is our macro 236 at 0087. That is your big first price to beat. All this support back here has now turned into that resistance there, which the price cannot even make it to because it keeps making the lower highs here. So I just wanted to point that out to begin with. And then on top of that, whenever you see the blue moving average below the yellow, that tells you the price is more likely going down. Same thing happened back here where we were going up, we pulled back a little, blue crossed below the yellow, and then it came all the way back down to the middle dotted line here. The middle line being the channel here that we're trading in, this blue lines on the outside and the white dotted line on the inside. And notice every time we're at the middle, we go back to the top. Every time we're below the middle, we go back to the bottom of the channel. So we once again held support at the middle and went back to the top. And so from the smaller Fibonacci here, from the low to the high, you can see we did end up coming down to the middle of the channel once again at the 0.5 at 4.7. We just had the blue cross below the yellow here. The momentum is clearly down. You can see that with the stock RSI. We saw that on the Heikin-Ashi candles. And this here kind of reminds me of this back here, where the momentum is down and it's just kind of chopping around. And we had that cross, the momentum down, and we ended up coming even back down to the middle once again. So the big thing I would say with Jasmy, is there a chance that we could get this thing to come back down to the bottom of the channel with what stage of the market we're in? I would say it's 50-50 right now. If we can get a 003 price on Jasmy and get Jasmy from pretty much where we are right now to come all the way back down to the bottom of the channel, you can see that's a pretty hefty drop of about 46% as of right now. So will that happen? I do not know. I can simply tell you that it's not looking too great from the low to the high. We're sitting on the 382 at 005. And if everything on the chart, which is indicating a move back down with the lower highs, the bearish cross on the moving averages, the momentum being down, the big price to watch on Jasmy is going to be the middle line here, the zero point 0.5 at 0047. So if you take out the 382 and we fall below 0052, look for Jasmy to drop about 15%. And if we do not end up holding the middle and bouncing back to the upside at 47, then the history of the chart here tells us that the only other stop is going to be the bottom of the channel here. So if Jasmy comes down here and hits the middle once again, there's a good chance if we take that out, then she's going to come all the way back down here to the bottom and then end up going back up at some point. That is a possibility. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if that happens, so be it. I've already said this before. If Jasmy ends up coming down to that price level, then that would be my biggest buy-in point at 003 on Jasmy once again. But that is not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what the chart is telling me. And from what I see, it looks like it wants to repeat history here. So keeping it real simple, watch the 382 at 005. If you lose that, 47 is a big price to watch. If we fall below the middle here at the 0.5 at 47, then I would say there's a 90% chance that we're coming down to the 003 level here. And to get any kind of momentum going back up and to try to break this high at 7.4, we have to get back over 006 here at this first resistance level to have any kind of momentum to the upside here. And then, of course, if we can accomplish that on Jasmy and get up to the high here at 749 once again, that is a 33-34% move. Of course, if we can break through that high, that would probably end up sending us to that macro 236 at 0087 at about a 56% move. So we need to break this pattern is what I'm trying to get at on Jasmy, or this thing's going to continue chopping around and going sideways and down until further notice. So hopefully that helped. Not financial advice, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.